We are now happy to be joined by Jared Brassil, future co-host of Chirps and Chel, one of the new programs coming from a Wash Up Sports podcast. Jared, thanks for joining us, joining the team. Super happy to welcome you on today.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be a part of all this.
Yeah, absolutely. So, before we get into it, just kind of wanted our followers and subscribers to get to know you a bit more. So, if you want, just go ahead, introduce yourself, tell the people a little bit about your background in hockey and how you kind of made your way to the team and, what you're excited for.
So I have been playing hockey for pretty much my entire life. Um, Hockey, literally, been a Rangers fan my whole life, been playing hockey my whole life since I was like 5 or 6. For those of you who live near northern New Jersey, I played for the North Jersey Avalanche for a while, 1 year with the Saints, but we don't talk about that. And then I played for my high school team for 4 years. And yeah, hockey is literally my entire life. If you talk to some of my friends from here, we joke about how my entire personality revolves around hockey. And so, I mean, I'm trying to think because Max and I were talking about this over the summer about how this sort of started was that I literally just swiped up on one of Max's stories. And he was breaking down the Marc-Andre Fleury thing for the main podcast. And I swiped up on it and then we started talking. And from there, it kind of just cascaded into a, hey, do you want to do this? And I was like, yeah, why not? So, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's very exciting and we're definitely happy to have you. You're always, we went to high school and you're a huge hockey guy. Everybody knows it. And
Yeah.
then it's exciting to, be able to bring some of your knowledge to the program and and some of that, you've been around the sport for so long. It'll be great to have some of your breakdowns for sure. So how does it feel for you that you're gonna have this space to kind of talk about it and have even more fun with the sport from a new perspective that's already given you so much in a way that's new for you?
Honestly, I think it's actually quite relieving, to be completely honest. I watch hockey and I have my opinions about things that go on and whatnot, and they're pretty much reserved to myself. And so to have an outlet where I can, voice what I think about certain things and have, interaction with people, get other perspectives on it is definitely something that I look forward to. I just genuinely love talking about hockey and I can't wait to talk about hockey with Max and, whatever interaction we get with people. I'm just so looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Yeah. We, Max and I always say how it's just like where we started it from and where it is now. It's just always for fun. And like, that's what, we kind of pride it on. And, I think, you're definitely going to feel the same way that it's just fun. And it's a great thing that we all do together. So we're all very excited, certainly. So, what should, the viewers expect from you? What's something that you want them to know that you're going to bring to the table?
I would say that for me personally, I can be entertaining at some points, but like entertainment is definitely not my strong suit. If what I think I can bring the most is like just a high hockey intelligence. Playing the sport growing up, one of my biggest features is just that I think the game very well. And I understand the bits and pieces, what needs to happen. As I've grown up, I've gotten more into like the technical business aspect of the NHL itself. So, I tend to try and provide like argument or, perspective and like a hockey basis, not out of a like purely entertainment fashion, like some other podcasters might.
Absolutely. And I think every show needs that.
Yeah.
100%. I think
Yeah.
everybody always needs that guy, which I think is very important. And we're definitely, that's going to be very very awesome to have some of your insights. So you're a student at University of Richmond.
Yes,
Are
I
you
am.
and you were playing club hockey there for a bit. Are you still playing club hockey there?
Yes, we actually had our first club hockey practice yesterday. We have 3 practices this week,
Nice.
and a game on Saturday. So yeah, I mean, we had an entire year off
Bit of a
last
fall
year.
season, a bit of a fall season coming up.
Yeah, we're definitely a fall heavy team. Um, but yeah, we had an entire year off, and we're just getting back into the swing of things. It's kind of crazy to be back on the ice for the first time in a year.
Absolutely. That's exciting. And I think, Max and I will try to live through you a little bit because we're, still the washed up athletes, but you have a few more, years going for yourself too
Yeah,
before
I
you
kind
can
of delayed
give
the
yourself the
pain.
title. Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Delayed the pain. That's the way
Yeah.
that I would put it. But no doubt. So, you said before you're a really big, Ranger fan, and um, you know, I know Ranger fans are always excited to have a space where they can, express their frustration, and you're going to bring that passion about the Rangers and NHL in general. So, Rangers have had a lot of, ups and downs over the past number of years. How are you feeling about them going into next hockey season? Kind of wanted to get a quick little, like a little breakdown from you.
Yeah, so my quick little breakdown about how the Rangers are going to fare next season. I think that they'll be better than they were last year. You expect a bunch of people to make a few steps forward. Alexi Lafreniere should be better. Capo Caco hopefully should be better because this is his 3rd year now. Plus, a bunch of the guys are playing for their next contracts. So you have that element. The only thing that I question is that they play in arguably one of the hardest and most solidified divisions in the NHL. Like if you look at how the playoffs are going to stack up, because why wouldn't you already talk about it? Capitals, Islanders, Penguins, and the Hurricanes are all in the same division as the Rangers. And they're all old veteran teams that know how to win. And so if you're a team like the Rangers, how do you fit into that? That's the big sort of question mark I have for the Rangers going into the season.
Absolutely, yeah, and I think it's going to be important to see. They have some veteran leadership that's coming from Artemi Panarin, who's honestly like not that old, and then Zibanejad as well. I know there's obviously been rumors for so long now about if they were going to try to get Jack Eichel and what that trade would entail. I guess that's definitely a story for another time. But
Yeah, that is definitely a story from another time. I threw this out when I was working somewhere over the summer. I was like, if the Rangers got Eichel, they could technically ice a first line of Eichel, Panarin, and Alexi Lafreniere, and that is a scary first line.
Right, because I think if that trade was to go through, it would Zibanejad would be included, but I don't think
Yeah,
Panarin probably
I
wouldn't
I
be
don't know
included. So
necessarily if Zibanejad would be included. I think that out of the main Rangers, probably Zibanejad or Kreider would be the ones on the chopping block. I think probably especially Kreider, or
right,
at least personally, who I would want to see go, because Kreider is, I believe, a bigger cap hit than Mika Zibanejad, and he doesn't necessarily play up to his performance.
right.
So
Um,
it's very interesting. I think
yeah,
that everything going on there is crazy.
yeah. I'm happy that we're getting a little like mini sample segment from you
Yeah,
right
exactly.
here.
Exactly.
But and it's interesting because like if you're coming from the Saber standpoint, Eichel seems like he maybe doesn't want to be there, but you're a team that's so like down bad that you think they would have to go for more of like prospects and younger guys and just reignite that rebuild over in Buffalo.
Yeah, I've heard at least from the Rangers point of view, Vitaly Kravtsov going over, who's a young prospect that the Rangers have.
Right.
The other big team I've heard is the Anaheim Ducks, and the Ducks have a couple really young prospects because they went through the same thing that Buffalo has to go through now. So it sucks
Right.
for Buffalo because they went through the pain and tried to rebuild around Eichel, and that didn't work, and now they have to tear it all down again.
Right. I mean, they were one of the hottest teams in hockey, not this past season, but the season before. In the first half of the season, they were one of the hottest teams in hockey, and then it kind of just fell apart in Sabres fashion, which is, as a guy, I'm back up in Buffalo now. The
Yep.
pain from these Sabres fans is, it's real. I can tell you that much. It's not that bad for me though, because once we get a month into the season, the tickets become $7, and I can head down to the KeyBank Center and see a little cheap hockey. The beer costs more than the ticket. That's what I say. So,
Yeah.
um, I'm spending more on the beer and the food than I am to even getting the freaking the game. But when you were talking about the division, I saw you didn't really even mention my Devils being a threat this year, because we know it. The Dougie Hamilton, Thomas Tatar, they're coming, they're knocking. It's finally happening. Max knows I say this every day, but it's coming. I'm telling you guys.
Not to completely blow away everything that Max and I have, preliminarily planned or whatnot, but we
Right.
have been talking, and the Devils legitimately might have had the best offseason in the NHL. Them and the
I
Arizona Coyotes might have had the
Yep.
best. And the Devils did get better, but the Devils were nowhere close to, to the playoffs last year. So
Right. No,
they got
terrible last
better,
year.
but they're not there yet.
No, yeah, I definitely, I'm always that hopeful Devils fan,
Oh
but
yeah,
I
you
see
have
that
to be.
Max and Jared, maybe we'll have to get me and Maselli on for a little rivalry, a little Devils Rangers rivalry talk sometime. You never know, right? But I'm certainly pumped. Max, what time are we at? How many minutes? Do you know?
We've been going for 15, so you got like
Okay,
3 more minutes.
3 more minutes. Okay, we'll
Yeah.
start to wrap then. Okay. So, building off that a little, Jared, very happy we kind of got to get like some first takes in there for, and give some of the listeners, a little piece of what's to come, because, that's Jared for you. He's giving you that good analytical, take that you need in a podcast. So, Chirps and Chel is coming very soon. Is there a date for that yet? That's set in stone, or we don't have a set in stone date yet?
It's not set in stone yet. I think we've talked about starting it up like the first week of October, because you have preseason games starting, at the end of this month, but the regular season doesn't open up till October 13th. So
Okay. Beauty. So we will you guys, this is going to be big. Chirps and Chell. It's going to be a great hockey podcast coming under the umbrella of Washed Up Sports Podcast. Now you've met Jared, the second edition we had our preview with Tyler, host of Tyler's Tailgate Talk last week. We got Jared from Chirps and Chell this week. So, this is that stuff that's been in the works, and now you finally get to meet Jared. So, Jared, we are absolutely thrilled to have you. Looking forward to the work that you're going to do, and very excited. So, thank you so much for being here today to give this introductory chat, and looking forward to listening to you.
yeah, I mean, thank you guys for, the opportunity to be a part of this. I'm extremely looking forward to it. To anybody who ends up listening to it, we'd love to have you as a listener for our podcast. And the biggest thing that I will say is I also always encourage feedback and, a sort of give and take with the listeners, because I think that that elevates, anything that you do. If you have that feedback, you know what people want to talk about. And it also helps you think about, the opinions that you have. So I'm really looking forward to
He's a pro already, guys. Spoken like
it.
spoken like the wise man that he is.
Yeah,
There's a reason we called him Grandpa in high school.
exactly.
All right, Jared. Take care, and thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the rest of our channel and subscribe. Make sure to follow our Instagram and maybe consider subscribing on Patreon for our bonus content. You can only find it there. I promise it will be well worth it. Thanks.